Hi. So something that I guess has been in my mind a lot more recently, and I've been taking into account a lot more as well, is that reality is truly what you make it to be. And what I mean by that is there are a ton of successful people out there, I guess, like just people in a good position in life with a decent amount of influence who make specific outcomes almost seem unachievable, right? They put in this pedestal and say that it takes a ton of hard work. Granted, everything takes hard work. I don't think anyone's that brain dead. And it takes a ton of sacrifice and it takes a ton of time as well. It takes decades and years and years and years. And once again, in some cases, sure it can. But the truth is, if you take all these comments into your mind and if you really decide to believe it, you are subconsciously tricking your mind into saying that, yeah, it does take sacrifice. It's always going to take, it's going to take way too much sacrifice. And therefore, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to translate into your physical reality. Therefore, in order for you to be successful, you're going to have to do said things and, go through such a process of sacrifice and whatever else not. Now, I'm not saying once again that there isn't that. Obviously, there is. I've had to sacrifice. I'm sure everyone else has had to sacrifice as well. But on the other hand, what we're kind of leaving on the shadow is the stories of people who were able to get to said position pretty easily, right? Maybe they leveraged their position, or, if they were a professional fighter, maybe they knew someone, or whatever the position it may have been, right? They might have been a bit more smarter, and therefore it was not that hard and emotional for them to get to a certain point in life. And guess what? Since they didn't decide to believe the fact that it was going to take set amount of sacrifice and set amount of hours or years or however long they said it was going to take, that outcome was a lot more achievable for them. So I guess the moral of the story is just work smarter, not harder.